In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I don't know how long this sermon will be. This gospel is it's one that sometimes for me makes me ashamed, but also encourages me. Here's why. There's a centurion in it, a man, he's Roman, right? So he's not Jewish, he's not in that world bound to inherit the kingdom. He's not, as the gospel says, a son of the kingdom. And yet his relationship with God is levels above what many people and even faithful people of the time had. And I think it's levels above what many faithful people of now, and it's certainly levels above what the faith that I have. There's two things that this man has in his relationship with God that are worth remarking on. The first, so he comes to Christ with a prayer. The first thing to realize is that the prayer is not for him. It's not for him, it's not even for his family, it's for his servant. So his prayer, what he cares when he's interacting with Christ, who he's come to because he knows he's done miracles. When he comes to interact with God, a source of healing, a source of power, when he comes to interact with that, he's not thinking of himself, he is thinking of someone else. His prayer is about others. When we start our life, our spiritual life, most often our prayers about ourselves. When we're little kids, it might be that we do well on a test or that we score in a soccer game, whatever it is. Then we get a little older and it still might be about ourselves, but wearing a different cloak. That things go well at work or that we're going to have peace or that whatever it is, it's about us often. Okay. Of course, I know that's not always the case. I know many of you are also praying for others. I would say that prayer for others eventually is really the only prayer we need. I mean, Christ, if you look at the example of Christ, Christ forgot about himself. Christ was the one man lost. He came to serve and not to be served. When we go to God, let God do with us whatever he wants. Who cares? We should care about other people. And our prayer ultimately, perfect prayer, more perfect prayer, would be to be just that. Just to be praying for other people. And if we're the one person lost, we're the one person who suffers the most in this world, or even the one person who doesn't make it into heaven, well, guess what? Christ would have done the same thing. That's what he does for us. Be the one person lost. Care about others. The other remarkable thing about this centurion's prayer is that he doesn't ask of God more than he needs or more than his prayer for this other person requires. He comes to Christ and he tells him about my servant is sick, heal him. And Christ offers, he says, okay, I'm going to come to your house to heal him. And the centurion stops God. He stops Christ's generosity. He says, I don't even need that much. You're willing to give me this much. You're willing to come to my house so I can see the miracle, so people around it can see it, so I can have faith, so I can be sure my servant is healed. Christ is offering all of this. And the centurion says, that's okay. You don't even have to come to my house. And here, in Greek, we see that Christ, ethavmasen, Christ was amazed. This word, ethavmasen, we hear all the time when people see Christ. They see a miracle he does. We heard in Orthros in the Gospel that when Peter sees the resurrected Christ, he, thavmazon, he is shocked at, he wonders at the miracle of the resurrection. Well, now the tables are turned. In this gospel, Christ himself is shocked. Christ himself wonders at how great the faith of this man is, who came to him, who prayed for another, and then said, all I need is the bare minimum. I don't need you to give me more. Just heal him. Don't even come to my house. And again, in our lives, I think if we can aim for perfect prayer, it's to pray for others, and it's also not to ask God for more than we need, even to just say, we trust you. We've said our prayer. You know our hearts. You know what we need. You know what we need in this world. And you know what is really valuable for the next world. May your will be done. So may we see the centurion, and may he give you faith and continue, all of you, further and further the path of prayer on which you are, that you become more and more perfect in it, more and more a source of love, a source of trust in God, and a source that resembles Christ, who gave himself for others and asked for nothing more than the opportunity to do that. God bless you.